T-Squad, mugs up. It is your girl Kirsty, and today we are brewing something a little different but very necessary: wonder. We are talking moons, we are talking quasars, and we are asking a simple question. What do these far-off revelations have to do with us down here? Breathing, hustling, healing, and growing. I was told no one talks about this, so let us talk about it. When you look up at the moon, you are seeing an old friend with new secrets. In recent years, scientists confirmed there is actual water on sunlit parts of the moon. Not puddles, but real water molecules mixed into the dust and rock. Translation for us on Earth. Future explorers could one day turn that into drinking water or even rocket fuel. The moon is not just a dead rock. It is a toolkit. Another breakthrough. The moon has a solid inner core, like a tiny iron heart. That little core helps explain the moon's ancient magnetic field and the stories written into its crust. And those stories got spicier when fresh samples showed lunar volcanism lasted far longer than we thought. In plain speak, this world was active and alive inside for more of its life than we ever gave it credit for. And here is the human link. When NASA sent mannequins around the moon on the Artemis test flight, they measured the radiation a real crew would face. The capsule shielding worked, and a protective vest reduced exposure even further. That is practical, life-saving progress for the day real people. Maybe a kid listening to this show. Step onto that dusty light again. Does the moon affect our bodies today? Not in the spooky story way. But here is what is real. In the nights just before a full moon, many people naturally stay up later and sleep a little less. Likely because our biology still responds to bright moonlight, even in cities full of street lamps. So, if you feel a tiny tug on your bedtime around the moon's brightest nights, you are not broken. You are human, tuned to a sky we evolved under. Now let us take a lap around the neighborhood. Saturn and Jupiter. They have been in a full-on moon arms race. With deep new imaging, astronomers have found swarms of tiny, irregular moons, little shards and strays circling far out. The headline is not just the numbers, it is the message. Our solar system is more crowded, more chaotic, and more creative than we imagined. On Enceladus, that icy moon at Saturn with the glorious geysers, scientists detected phosphorus in the spray from its hidden ocean. Phosphorus is a key ingredient for life as we know it. Water, organics, energy, and now this. If the universe had a shopping list for habitability, Enceladus is ticking boxes with a flourish. Over at Mars, the little moon Deimos surprised everyone. New flybys suggest it looks more like Mars itself than a captured asteroid. That hints that Mars's moons may have formed from a massive impact, from Mars, for Mars. Even our nearest neighbors have origin stories with plot twists. And Titan, Saturn's largest moon, keeps whispering about chemistry, haze, and lakes of methane under orange clouds. It is not Earth. It is not meant to be. But it is a reminder that nature experiments boldly. And life's building blocks can show up in many costumes. Quasars are the beacons at the hearts of young galaxies, powered by supermassive black holes feasting on gas and stars. They shine so fiercely that we can see them across the universe. Lighthouses from a time when the cosmos was still a teenager. Recently, astronomers found quasars from incredibly early times, with black holes already grown to monster size. How did they bulk up so fast? That question is forcing new ideas about how black holes are born and fed. Some quasars come in pairs, two blazing hearts inside two galaxies mid-collision. That is like catching a duet in the middle of a cosmic mashup. Others are strangely lonely, living in sparse neighborhoods without the crowd of nearby galaxies we expected. And some hide behind veils of dust, bright as ever but cloaked, reminding us that seeing is not always believing, and not seeing is not the same thing as nothing being there. In a final flex, astronomers have even spotted ancient quasar jets stretching for hundreds of thousands of light years, stirring the thin gas between galaxies and lighting up the universe's first afterglow like neon. It is raw power, sculpting everything around it. What does that have to do with us? Quasars will not zap your mood or your Monday. They are too far, their fury long softened by distance. But they teach us something essential. Growth can be explosive, unexpected, and sometimes hidden behind dust. Your biggest transformations may not be obvious to anyone, until suddenly, they are. If you are wondering about real physical effects, look a little closer to home. At our Sundays, solar storms can rattle Earth's magnetic field. For most of us, that just means pretty auroras and grumpy satellites. But a growing body of research suggests that during strong geomagnetic storms, some people experience shifts in sleep hormones and stress markers, and for vulnerable groups, tiny upticks in cardiovascular risk. Still small, still being studied, but not imaginary. Astronauts and high-altitude flyers live this reality even more. Cosmic radiation is a genuine occupational hazard above our thick air blanket. That is why all the new radiation measurements and shielding tech matter. We carry our bodies into space. We must carry our wisdom too. So, moons and quasars. Why should you care while you are doing the dishes or commuting or juggling 3 jobs? Because every one of these discoveries rewrites the story of what is possible. Water where we did not expect it. A little iron heart inside a world we thought we knew. A hidden ocean that offers the ingredients for life. Beacons from the first days of galaxies, saying growth can be fast, messy, and magnificent. And because there is a heartbeat between those distant truths and your own life. If the moon can surprise us after all this time, maybe you can too. If black holes can grow in quiet places, maybe you do not need a perfect environment to become who you are meant to be. If tiny moons count, then your small steps count. If a vest can shield a mannequin today, a better one can protect a human tomorrow. Progress builds, one careful layer at a time. We are not separate from the universe. We are the part that watches, learns, and decides to keep going. This has been Dropping the Tea with Kirsty. If this episode opened a window for you, share it with someone who needs a little cosmic perspective. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What surprised you most, the moon's water or the hidden quasars? And tell me how you are protecting your own inner core this week. I was told no one talks about it. Let us talk about it. Until next time, keep your eyes up, your tea warm, and your curiosity louder than your fear.